Hello my beautiful friends, I'm here with a discussion about the recently revealed Pokemon Sword and Shield. And I had a commentary video, just, watching the thing, like a reaction thing. And, like Nintendo has been like, you know what, you guys can upload whatever you want. We won't copyright flag anything. Apparently the Pokemon Company is going the opposite direction. They are doubling down. Now, I am used to the Pokemon Company copyright flagging Pokemon stuff. In fact, I did not, and I expected them to copyright flag my commentary video. It's what they've been doing. They did it with some Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee stuff. That's fine. I don't mind too much. I don't do commentary videos for the money. I just do it because people like them. But now, you could probably see this on other websites, other YouTubes and stuff as well. They're blocking them. They're literally detecting them, and instead of just running ads on them and saying we get the money from the ads, they are blocking them, not allowing you to use them. It's nice that they're not issuing strikes or anything, but they are blocking them in all countries. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. So what I'm going to do there is I am uploading my commentary video to Google Drive, and just go to my Twitter. If you're listening to this, just go to my Twitter, and I'll give you a link to the drive. So it's not uploaded to YouTube, but you can still go see it if you want. It's nothing super special or anything, most of the discussion is here, but if you want to, it's there. Go nuts. Really not sure what Pokemon's doing there. That's a really bad move. Like, they need the buzz more than anything right now, and now they're just like, no, you cannot even use footage of the trailer in your thing. That's messed up. It's pretty short-sighted, but whatever, that's what they're doing. We'll see if that is an issue moving forward. Oh, and so, because of all this, if this video looks really kind of mangled, I'm really gonna have to cut this up into little bits and do a lot of really slow-mo and all that stuff to try to show you what I'm talking about without triggering the copyright thing and getting the video blocked so that no one can see it at all. So forgive me if it's a little extra choppy, a little extra awkward, but hey, it's what I gotta do to get content to you. So, Pokemon Sword and Shield. You'll see in the commentary video, that name, man, I spend so long just looking at the world around me, coming up with opposites of what could the next Pokemon game be? They've already used so much. I'm like, and at one point I'm like, oh, Alpha and Omega, oh yeah, the Ruby and Sapphire remakes, that's that. It's so hard. And I'm like, okay, I got a couple good ones. I did the Leviathan and Colossus one, even though that's not likely because it's the Ruby and Sapphire one, whatever. And then I'm like, okay, Sea and Sky, that's pretty good, or Land and Sky, or just something like that, something along those lines. I'm like, I can't remember any of my other ideas. I had a couple of the good ones. Sword and Shield, easiest thing in the world, simplest thing, but they got it. Why didn't I get it? I don't know. Just didn't think of it, but they did. It's perfect. It's great. And there's always got to be the one that feels a little more masculine. Do you know what I mean? It's like red and blue. Oh, well, most of the boys want to get red. And I got blue because I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. So I'm blue. Kind of beside the point, though. You know what I mean? Diamond and Pearl. Oh, well, pearls are for girls, so I'm going to go with Diamond, obviously. X and Y. One's a girl chromosome, one's a boy chromosome. I go with the boy one. No, I don't know. It's just kind of funny. So now Sword and Shield. I'm sure all the guys are going to be like, I don't want Shield. Lame. I want to hit people with a sword. So I'm going to go Shield. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Shield. Show all them hypothetical people that probably don't even exist anymore. Take that. Anyway, obviously there wasn't a ton revealed in this trailer, and I am not a PokeTuber. I don't know. Well, I'm not able to look at this and just analyze every little bit of it. It's a very small amount of information coming my way. But at the very least, we got a good look of the graphics. And I will say that I'm pleased, but not so much pleased as much as kind of relieved. They look nice. They are definitely, the biggest fear was that it would look like Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, or maybe a little bit better than that. It is obviously based on that engine, but they definitely did more with it. There's more color, there's more texture, there's more detail. There's, you can see the vistas and the backgrounds, so it does look a lot nicer, and it at least matches my idea of the amount that I would need to be at least satisfied. You know what I mean? For it not to be a huge disappointment. I will not say that it is great. I will not say that it is living up to potential. Pokemon doesn't need to be the most crazy, realistic, graphically amazing thing in the world, but you look at a lot of other like first-party Nintendo games and they look a lot better. And I feel like I could go on a whole thing, I'll try not to, but like I feel like Pokemon deserves better. Like, Pokemon makes money. It sells a lot. This game will sell 10, 15, 20 million units, who even knows? But they don't treat it that way. They don't treat Pokemon like it's a 10, 15 million unit series. They treat it like it's a couple million series, you know what I mean? Like, there's no real reason why these games can't look like Super Mario Odyssey and Splatoon and Breath of the Wild. There just isn't. At all. There's no good reason. I know Game Freak, you know, like maybe the guys there only have so much experience. They've been working with handheld and working their way up, so they're a little slow on the uptake. Nintendo is a multi-billion-dollar company. These games alone will probably make billions of dollars. You hire help, you bring in other people, you bring in consultants, you know what I mean? I'm just saying they could. If they wanted to, they could make it look a lot better. It still looks fairly limited. However, it is, like I said, at least meeting kind of that bare minimum. Not bare minimum, but whatever. It looks good. It's an improvement, and I'm happy that it's an improvement. Like I said, environments are a lot more detailed. It's really so much better to look at than Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which was just kind of smooth and soft and plain and pleasant, but kind of plain. This is way more interesting. Some of those environments are really cool. I'll touch on that in a second, though. It looks like a free camera. It's hard to tell because as they're running, the camera doesn't really move a lot, but it is hitting at a lot of angles that make it look like it is. There's the one shot where the camera is spinning around the character and the character is switching. That could technically just be like a clothing editor or something, and that's just the camera spinning while you change visual options or something. Or it could suggest that you're moving the camera. I can't quite tell, but it sure looks like it. Just the way they're moving through some of these places, some of these vistas, I don't know. I guess it's hard for me because I didn't play the 3DS ones, so I don't know like some of the 3D tricks that they do to show you what's going on in the environment. That's what it looks like to me. If it's not, I will be disappointed because that was one of the main things that I wanted to make it feel like a real 3D adventure and not just another top-down handheld I almost said Zelda, handheld Pokemon game. So for the environments though, a lot of cool places. I really love the jewelly, gemmy, underground cave kind of thing. A lot of these things just look really, really nice. There's definitely a juxtaposition between, like he said in the video, the grasslands, the you know, beautiful prairie lands, and then like there's the sharper industrial, like the cities are much more like condensed, you know what I mean? There's a much more contrast between the nature part and the industrial part. I'm not smart enough to figure this stuff out, but apparently everyone is saying that it looks like these games are, the region is kind of based on the UK, which is pretty cool. I mean, last time they did like Hawaii, which is kind of like this tropical thing, so now they're like, how about just the UK? And I like that. And it is kind of obvious. The more, I mean, like there's just a lot of little details, mostly just stealing info from what I'm seeing from smarter people than me on Twitter. like the schoolgirl wearing the tie, that kind of thing. Just the overall, I mean, you know, even just the environments, the beautiful nature, the kind of industrial thing. I don't know, it's just kind of the vibe it gives off. Apparently there were rumors that it was going to be like this, like set in the UK kind of thing. I didn't hear those, but apparently that was a thing, which is annoying that those rumors... You know me. I hate it when real stuff gets out. It's like, why? Who keeps leaking this stuff? Anyway, not the point. I will say the map, to me, at least right now, you know, I won't know until I actually get into it. It looks a little kind of narrow and very vertical, which kind of worries me that it's going to be kind of linear. You know, like you start at the bottom and you mostly just work your way forward. I like a more big, open map, move around wherever, you know what I mean? Not necessarily open world, but just an open format, whereas this looks, it's just pretty narrow. It really does look like you're just going to start one way and work up, or maybe work down, or maybe not. Maybe you'll start in the center or something, but I'm not super digging that, how just kind of constrained it feels. And individual details, he said gyms. Gyms are apparently back. I didn't play the game where gyms weren't there, but apparently they're back. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of neutral on that, I guess. Here was the one major bummer of the whole thing. The one really major bummer. She's walking in the grass. Random encounter. Oh, man. Random encounters. The best part of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which was kind of disappointing in a lot of ways, yet it had just a few little details that were so good. And at least from what we're seeing now, it looks like they got rid of the thing where the wild Pokemon are running around. I don't know why they would do that. I really don't know why. It made the game so much better. And here we are, walking around in the grass, random encounters, the thing that I just always hated. I've always hated it so much. It was such a breath of fresh air in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But there we are, at least from what it looks like in the trailer. It's almost like they just wanted us to see, like, hey, that cool thing that we did in the last game? Nope, not happening. Take that. So that's lame. So let's talk about them starters. I know it's kind of standard at this point. I'm not super into the whole thing where the starters have to all represent real animals. You know what I mean? I like more general kind of creature designs. Or like maybe vaguely animalish, but not like all the way, because at this point it almost just kind of seems random. You know, it's like roll the dice. You're just kind of like, I don't know. It's grass, monkey. It's fire, rabbit. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just kind of whatever at this point. They're not as memorable. They're okay though. These starters are all right. It is funny how immediately obvious it always is which one I like the most. I am sad that I missed last gen just because like I love grass the most, but the grass one isn't always the best. So very rarely is there a grass one that's just like, yes, that is mine right there. But then you had Rowlet, perfect. He's grass and he's a little owl. That's super duper cute. I would have gone crazy for him. In this case, I don't like the monkey. I don't know. I just don't like monkey Pokemon that much. So you got Grookey, he's okay, just not my favorite. And then you got Scorbunny, he's just a fire rabbit. He's definitely got the most interesting design out of these guys, but I don't know, I guess I just don't like I just don't like really specific animal Pokemon for the most part. So then you got Sobble, and at first I couldn't even quite tell what he was supposed to be. Now I'm looking at it again, he's obviously a chameleon because he's got the grabby hands, he can make himself look like other stuff. Camouflage, that's that's the word. I like him. He's not like the big standout though. I'm not in love with him. I mostly just like him the most out of these three. You know what I mean? He's just kind of the most vaguely creature-like. He's the only one that I couldn't tell right away what he was supposed to be. But he's pretty good. It's weird how similar in shape Grookey and Sobble are. So like when I first saw all three, I was just kind of like, oh man, they look kind of samey. Of course, Scorbunny definitely looks more different than the other ones. Has more personality and all that stuff. But whatever. So yeah, I'm going Sobble. Hashtag Team Sobble. He looks pretty cool. Overall, not super jazzed on the starters. I definitely feel like last gen the starters were stronger. But I don't know, not bad. It's not the sort of thing I like care super duper hard about. Another interesting note about the whole tie-in with the UK that definitely I came up with, and not Loxton on Twitter. No, it was Loxton. He's been tweeting about all this. He's like analyzing the crud out of this thing. Follow him on Twitter. I'm sure he'll do like cool videos and stuff. He had a really good point that there seems to be a big sports thing. A lot of the gym looks like a sports arena, that kind of stuff. And then it looks like each of the starters is like a part of sports. I mean, like it's basically guaranteed. Scorbunny, he's like a soccer player. His name is Scorbunny. You know what I mean? And then he's soccer. Loxton says Grookey, he's got a stick, so he could be playing cricket with his cricket bat. And then Sobble, water sports, like water polo. And I think that's pretty darn interesting. It's kind of a weird, unique kind of spin on this. A funny little theme, I guess. That's really all there is to say. There wasn't a ton. I would say overall, it was a good and bad reveal. Not bad. There's positives and negatives, basically. I would say it's good. I'm glad that they gave us a reveal. It wasn't just the logos and the starters. You know what I mean? They showed us the environments and the graphics. A really nice little taste. They didn't have to dig too far into all the gameplay and stuff. Just a taste. Here's what it looks like. Here's the environment. Here's the starters to get you going. And that's fun. That's really great. I'm glad they did that. But then on the other hand, there's a lot of people are really waiting to see how this Pokemon is, whether or not it is going to reinvent the formula like they were saying they might want to do, change some of the features. They could have done a little more to make us feel like things would be different in that regard, because the very little that they showed us was just kind of like, okay, what are the couple details that we know about this game? Okay, well, gyms are back. Okay, so we know that they're going back to the way they used to do it. And then random encounters are back. And it's just like, oh, okay, so the thing that we don't even want anymore, that you got rid of and let's go, it looks like you're coming back to. So I feel like they could have done a little bit better in that regard to make us feel like there's going to be changes. Maybe like one more feature, one more element of gameplay that's like, hey, look, this is different or this is improved or something. Because right now it still kind of is just like, okay, maybe it really is just going to be the same games again. We don't really know for sure. I just feel like it would have made it a much better experience if they'd done that instead of just the couple tidbits being like, oh, like it was before. So I'd say that I am cautiously optimistic about this game. Pleased with the art style, not blown away. Still a little like, could be better. Really could be better, but it's not terrible. It's just like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee really just, it just shows how far down they set the bar, which is kind of like what put my expectations so low. So it's above that. So it's good. So it's nice. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more, a whole bunch. I really am. It's been years since I played a Pokemon. I'm actually quite excited. I've been out of touch for years, so I won't even know all the special, amazing new stuff that this game has, at least not compared to like Diamond and Pearl or Black and White or something. But we'll just have to wait and see. Stay tuned for more Pokemon content. I don't actually know how many of my fans like Pokemon content because I usually go on like, oh, I talk about it. How many views does it get? How much engagement do I get? I haven't really done Pokemon, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if you like this. I'd like to do another video on my hopes for these games. So you stay tuned. You have a good day. Eat something good. That's what I say. Hey.